first set of panel discussions. Hello and welcome to, of course, the inaugural First in Class Awards and Conclave. We've had many panel discussions that have taken place. Could I please request everyone to be back on their seats? There's an action-packed day for you, many panel discussions to take place, including the next one, which will be for students. All right, I was, of course, talking about students, and the session that we're going to be taking forward right now is with the students of Class 9th. The subject in focus is career awareness and the future planning. And to take this conversation forward, could I please request Mr. Karun Kumar Warrior, student from Modern School Vasant Vihar, to join us on the stage. Mr. Nivan Juneja, student from Modern School Barakhamba, to please come up on the stage. Ms. Manya Sharma, student IP Global School, Noida. Mr. Idhan Singh, student from the RD School, as well as Ms. Rashi Singhal, student Tagore School, East of Kailash, to join us for this very important discussion forward. This session will be moderated by Mr. Uday Pratap Singh, Senior Editor, NewsX. Uday, if we could please request you to join us on the stage for this session that we're going to be taking with the students from Class 9th. Of course, the subject and focus being career awareness and future planning. Uday, over to you.
Welcome back to those of you still with us at the First in Class Awards and Conclave 2026. Hello and welcome to those of you joining us right now. We are all set to continue this post-lunch session now, the second half of the conclave, as we continue these conversations with, of course, students, educationists, parents, all stakeholders of the education system. And now it's time to turn to students of Class 9 to talk about career awareness and future planning. These are big issues, big subjects. Are the students of Class 9 already thinking about all of this? Well, we're going to dive straight into this conversation. We have with us these young students, and before we begin by me asking you some of those tough questions, let's have a quick icebreaker. Please tell us your favorite subjects, and have you decided already what you want to be ahead in life? So I'll begin with you first.
Hello everyone, my name is Nivan Juneja. I'm from 9th grade from Modern School Barakhamba Road, and currently I'm still exploring my careers, but I'd say that my favorite subject is science and specifically physics. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Manya Sharma and I'm from Indraprasth Global School. I study in the 9th grade, and speaking of my favorite subject, it would have to be either law or international relations, and in the future I am hoping to be a lawyer.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Idhan Singh, a student of year 9 at the RD School, and in the long run I aspire to place India at the forefront of quantum computing by providing original research that moves the field forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Rashi from Tagore International School, East of Kailash, and my favorite subject would definitely be literature and English, and I aspire to become a renowned author.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Karun Kumar Warrior from Modern School Vasant Vihar. I love subjects like debating, participating in MUNs, etc., and I hope to be a lawyer or a member of international relations when I grow up.
Great. Let me begin with you then, Nivan. It's very interesting that, we were speaking with some other young students earlier too from Class 11 and some of the ones from Class 9. They all seem to have decided their career path already. Now, very interesting, you said, I'm still exploring what I want to do. That's good, because that means you're evaluating different career choices. Do you believe it's too early right now to have a fixed career path ahead? Do you believe it'll be done later? Are you debating, contemplating between different career paths?
I believe that I'm still deciding which career path to choose. I'm exploring different options, and I understand my strengths and interests by talking to my teachers, my peers, my seniors, and especially in my school, there are several activities and societies, clubs, which I'm taking part in, which give me a a clear idea of what career path I must enjoy in the future. So that's why I'm still exploring.
Manya, let me come to you first. What made you decide which career you want to choose for yourself? When did you decide that? And have you started already acquiring the skills required from this early age?
Yeah, so for me, exploration is in the form of competitions right now. My school really provides me with a lot of international platforms such as the World Scholars Cup, Harvard Youth Lead the Change, the Real World Challenge, and a lot more. So through these competitions, I've gained a lot of exposure and realized that I love to do public speaking. And I think in terms of exploring career paths, I'm still in the process of learning what I want to be, but it is definitely in the direction of international relations.
Yes, and are you acquiring those skills already? Are you participating in such activities?
Yes.
Have you started already doing stuff apart from outside school as well?
Yes, of course. I love to do MUNs and public speaking. Especially, I start debates with my father on various political issues. And for me, it's really fun because in the house, I get to speak a lot about of my opinions.
Idanta, it's very interesting that you, spoke about computing as well earlier, because these are now new age careers. AI, gaming, computing, quantum computing. Do you believe these new age careers now are, catching the attraction of the youth, your age group? And how did you, get interested in computing and kind of want to do this ahead?
I mean, I definitely think these are fields that the younger generation of our country are really attracting themselves to. You wouldn't really hear many parents talk about fields like quantum computing. My mother personally, the first time I told her that I wanted to do quantum computing, she herself asked me about what the field really is, and then I kind of had to spend 30 minutes explaining how it's different from, software and how it's different from general machine learning. So, and the reason I personally was interested in quantum computing is because ever since I was a kid, I always knew that I wanted to do something related to computer science. But there was just, the certain aspects of physics that I was also driven towards. There was quantum mechanics, which I literally couldn't stop thinking about. I used to think about superposition in my sleep, and that really meant that I wanted to, combine quantum mechanics and computing as a career prospect in the future, and that's what took me towards quantum computing, which, in my opinion, is the perfect combination of both physics and computing. Thank you.
Set certain short-term goals for yourself already, or some long-term ones as well on how to achieve what you want?
I mean, as of right now, since quantum computing is quite an obscure field, there's not much a student of my age can do when it comes to doing practical work related to quantum computing. So as for short-term goals that I have regarding quantum computing and my own learning, I'm majorly just trying to learn the theories and the mathematical concepts behind the various quantum computing aspects and even behind various machine learning theorems and models. So currently right now I'm doing a Stanford course on machine learning, which is helping me learn all the different mathematical derivations of the standard models used in machine learning. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build my knowledge so I can build for India in the future.
Rashi, so wonderful to hear that. You want to also contribute to India by doing that. Rashi, are kids now your age just exploring popular career paths, or are they looking at other career choices as well?
Okay, so I personally feel that each one of us have something that we're already good at or want to grow in. And I feel our generation is that generation because we have so many options to choose from that makes the paths complex as well. But what I personally feel is that all of us should actually follow what we want to do, what we feel a pull towards, whether it is a popular career such as becoming an engineer or a doctor, or it is something new as like you have it, or as maybe like developing in gaming or something like that. So I personally feel as important as there are the popular careers, honestly, there should be a drive inside us that drives us to that path, and we should just keep following that.
Karun, we were talking about peer pressure earlier in the day as well. How do you handle it? And how much do friendships actually, you believe, influence career choices, decisions, etc.?
So there are multiple aspects to peer pressure. Of course, it's about studies, friendships, gaming, etc. And of course, fashion. For me personally, I don't think peer pressure has a big impact on my fashion. I dress for comfort, I always have, and I always will.
No, not just fashion, profession as well. So like your career choice.
For career choices as well, yes, peer pressure plays a role, but more than peer pressure, it's about parent pressure. Like, I'm sure that most of us here will say that our parents' generation convinces us to be doctors, lawyers, or engineers, and
Conventional careers, the popular career choices.
and we want to follow our dreams. However, we should know that even if we are following our dream, it also matters if we're not starving, basically. Because this world, it's all about money, right? So our parents also want to protect us, keep us safe, and make sure we have successful careers.
So you mean to say also financial literacy is coming in now at a young age in some children?
Yeah, definitely. Most schools, including mine, teach us about financial literacy. We get to explore so many options. Like I myself am part of 4 clubs. I do debating, MUNing, and quizzing. So it doesn't really matter about the marks.
Good. Rashi, coming to you now to ask you about this balance. Parents' expectations is there. How do you balance that with your own choices?
I feel the key is communication. Our parents are the reason we are here today, and they are someone who play a very pivotal role in shaping us, but so do our choices and our own perspective of the world. So I honestly feel that rather than being scared or rather than being nervous or being like having the fear of being judged by even our own parents, I feel the most important thing is to just gather up that courage and talk to them, because in the end, even they want what's best for us, and even we want them to be proud of us. So it's a win-win in both situations if we just communicate with them.
Nivan, how do you handle peer pressure? And also, sometimes friends, of course, help you make better choices. Sometimes, though, they can, expect you to do something you're not comfortable with or don't want to. How do you handle that then?
So if I ever face peer pressure, I'd simply politely say no or try to explain my reason. And if they are good friends, they will understand your reason, even if it's not their part, right? So I believe that, yeah, I think that's it.
Do you think, though people are beginning, Rashi, beg your pardon, Manya, friends are beginning to influence others' fashion choices, gaming choices, career choices, other interests and hobbies? Do you see that around you?
Yes, I do definitely see that around me, especially since we're in 9th grade. And the pressure of career choices is not exactly upon us today. But around me, I do still see friends and classmates who have very concrete career paths and know what they want to do. That always, for me, creates a sort of pressure, because even though I do know my interests, it's not always like I know exactly what I want to do next. So in terms of career, peer pressure, even in the 9th grade, definitely does exist. And in terms of other spheres of life, I'd say that peer pressure is definitely prevalent. Because let's take an example of fashion. If I say I have a friend who is extremely fashionable, has the best kind of tops and skirts, even though they won't pressure me into wearing something that I don't want to, I will always feel this thing inside me that if they're doing it, I should do it too. So at times like those, what I think is best to do is to ground yourself and remind yourself of who you are. That's what I do for myself. And simply ask yourself if you want to take this next step.
Idhant, you of course want to explore a career which is part of the digital era that we live in. How do you balance the goods of the digital era with the bads as well? Because, there are positives of the digital space, social media, gaming, all of that, but then there are the ills as well. Sometimes gaming leads to addiction, sometimes social media has negatives as well. How do you strike a balance between the two?
Well, at our school as well, one thing which we're really taught from a really young age is how to be responsible on the internet. Even if you go to students my age, half of my class has all their social medias on private, and they literally won't let you look at any of their images if you do not know them and if you have not talked to them at least 30 times personally. So that is really something we're already taught at a young age. But I think as for myself, though my mom will tell you otherwise, I don't really do gaming very much. I try to stick to studies when it comes to using the internet. And I think, as I had mentioned before, I use the internet more as a resource rather than a tool to just have fun over time. So basically how I stay responsible is ensuring that most of what I do on the internet is helping myself rather than being used for fun activities.
Karun, career counseling at school, how much has that helped you or helped your friends decide what they want to be, and what kind of role do career counselors and career counseling cells play at schools as well these days?
Definitely, it has helped a lot, especially in school. My dad actually runs a career counseling organization. So, career counseling helps us in deciding three things. Firstly, it helps us decide what kind of subjects we're interested in. Secondly, it helps us identify through aptitude testing, etc., what kind of subjects we're good in. Naturally, we have the ability to excel in. And finally, it helps us realize, of course, everyone here has a dream college. It helps us realize what subjects do we need to be strong in to apply and get into those dream colleges.
How much has the learning outside the classroom also helped you, Rashi?
Yes, career
Rashi.
Thank you for the question. I feel that learning outside the classroom is something that we decide to take on. The teams that we join, the clubs that we join, even extracurriculars that we do, all of it is something that we decide we want to grow in, and that honestly shapes our choices and personalities both. For example, outside of school, I am a dancer, and normally in school I'm in the technology part of the club. So I kind of feel it adds a contrast to my personality compared to how I want to be. And it also influences my choices on a lot of things, including my personal relations as well, because what I am doing is shaping who I am and who I will be becoming in the future.
Yes, Karun, you wanted to comment. Please go ahead on that question also.
Yes, what I was saying is that co-curricular activities and profile building community service all help you get inside some of the best colleges in the world. So even our school has plenty of extra co-curriculars like debating, MUNing, quizzing, etc.
Do you believe your generation, Manya, is now looking at the future much more than previous generations, or not?
I do think that my generation personally is very future oriented. Of course, our parents tell us about these past times and what used to happen. But for me personally, as well as my friends and classmates, I always see them not focusing on the past, more on the future and the aspects that it holds.
Okay. And also, Nivan, taking that across to you, parents' expectations as well. How do you balance the two? Your choices, also, of course, learning at home versus learning in school. What have you gained from more, and how has the balance been struck as well?
So like coming back to the parents' expectations, my parents personally believe that success not only comes from consistency or effort, but it comes from passion. So like they always motivate me to do what you love.
Okay.
Right. Because if you love something, you'll be like excited to work towards it. You'll work hard towards it. So that's what I believe and what my parents believe.
Okay. And you've shortlisted, you were of course saying you're going to decide your career path later. Yeah. Do you have 2-3 things in mind?
Not as of now, I'm still exploring.
Okay, but something in the science space?
Yeah. Okay. And I'm also like excited in sports as well. I play golf.
Okay.
And football as well, so I'm still exploring, right?
Okay. And do you see now a potential
right.
in sports as well in our country,
yes.
looking at how well we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Coming back to that, on of course, the field that you are looking at, as you said, in India right now, it's a bit less, and you're not quite sure about how to, add to the skills in your Delhi classroom. But do you then look at going abroad for your college, or do you plan to stay in India? I know you want to return to India eventually, as you said, and build an app for India or build something for India. But are you looking at going abroad immediately, or are you looking at staying in India?
I mean, right now there are definitely many great universities outside of India that encourage learning in fields such as quantum computing. But I really do think that we can't underestimate the power of Indian universities. We often base our opinions on Indian universities based off rankings that are published by foreign institutions. And obviously we can't expect those rankings to be as accurate, or as considerate towards the opinions of Indians. And I think even as of late, Indian universities have been climbing up foreign rankings. So even if right now I would like to go to a college or university like Stanford or MIT, I bet in the future or in the very near future, my opinions could definitely change as our country progresses towards a more digital age.
Karun, do you follow global affairs also now? Is that awareness also much more now? You were saying you do MUNs, so do you track also what's happening in the world often?
Yes, of course, I do watch the news quite a bit and keep track of global affairs, which is why I am currently thanking my stars that I don't have to go to the US in the next 4 years.
Okay, very good to see the awareness, of course, amongst our kids. And, quickly coming back to what has led to this greater awareness now. What do you believe has contributed to that, Manya? Is it the digital era you live in? Is it the fact that schools now are more involved and, leading to many more skills to you apart from just your studies? What has contributed to this greater awareness amongst your generation?
For me, it is definitely digital awareness. I know that learning digitally or being on the internet can have many, many demerits. But for me personally, I got to learn about global affairs, what's happening in America, Venezuela, mainly through Instagram. So I'm chronically online, and Instagram for me is what helped me increase my global awareness. As well as in school, we are encouraged to discuss political topics, and we are encouraged to express our opinions on those topics. So I think that is a very positive thing.
That's so wonderful to hear that you're using your Insta for increasing your global awareness. That's great to hear, because otherwise, these days people use their Insta just to see what their friends are doing and to see what their favorite Bollywood star is wearing or what fashion is trending and not.
So for me, that is definitely true. But on my feed, if I had opened my phone right now, half the videos you would see are slandering Donald Trump or something. So it's basically half and half for me. But okay. I really appreciate that I've contoured my feed into something that allows me to increase my awareness about the world.
And I'll end with Rashi. I can see you are holding a book there. Is that your favorite book, or that you've got with you, or is it something else?
All these 3 books are written by me.
Oh,
I'm a
you're an
published
author.
I'm a published author, and I'm a part of the Scholastic Writers Academy. So all the 3 books over here are my own.
What are the names of those books, and what are they about?
So 2 are anthologies of poems. The first one I released was when I was in grade 7. The name is Phases of Life. It's an anthology of 18 poems. Then the second one is with Scholastic. So there's a short story of mine in it, along with other 19 authors. The name is Spinners of Stories. And the last book that I recently released back in April is Hues of Life, which is again an anthology of 18 poems.
How nice. Congratulations. Wow. 3 books already. Let's hear it. This student is in class 9 and already has written 3 books. Amazing. We are out of time, but you want to read 2 lines?
Sure.
We have a lot of poets today on stage. Very good.
Right, okay, so this is one of my favorite poems that I've written. The name is Trepidation, and trepidation is a word that's similar to a yin and yang. When the snake of fear slithers and the carnation like rose withers, when the fierceness of the lion comes out, fear and courage meet near the stairwell well and about. Courage and fear walk each other home and have an ancient connection like Paris and Rome. Master both and you will dwell in possibility, because the snake and lion cannot bond as they do not have that ability.
Oh, wonderful. But you all have a lot of abilities. I'll definitely say that. And let's hope that you all conquer your dreams in the years ahead. All the very best to you all. And thank you so much for joining us.
Well, what a lovely session. Yeah, we should have